Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Spodek, aka Jesse. This is Clash Royale, the Retro Challenge. I was gone this weekend, and this is what I got home, and I had a 2-hour period to get this in. So as you can see, these are all replays. I didn't have time to set up all my equipment or anything like that. I literally got home and was like sitting at my desk, boom, start playing, and then this is how it all came out. I'm not gonna let you know yet. It is a longer video, so you expect I did probably do pretty well. Maybe I tricked you. Maybe I put in random gameplay or just a black screen for the last 25 minutes and I only did a few matches and just lost 3-0 in every single one. That didn't happen, I'll tell you that much. It was a very good, I had some very good matchups. Some very good people were playing. Even though it was just a couple hours left of the tournament, I was like, I got plenty of time to do what I need to do. So, this deck that I'm using, Baby Dragon and the Balloon, those were my two cards right there that synergized, and then I had a lot of stuff that was just, you know, cycle, kind of. The coolest thing about this deck is it was a randomly generated deck. It gave me a real deck to use in this challenge. So I didn't have to worry about it. It was very easy for me to pick this up because it's a kind of deck that's been used before. The one thing that this guy did that really confused me is I figured, because I had seen the Musketeer and I saw the Valkyrie, I was really expecting to see a Hog Rider, just a trifecta deck, and I saw a couple of those in here, and we'll see them. But it was just, this guy was just back and forth with me. He was a very good first matchup. I was very surprised to get him for the first matchup out of all of them, because he was doing very well. It's no surprise. You can see him. He's got the balloon, which is just, it's so good. Because it's not the retro challenge. Time is ticking down here, and I'm just like, I gotta get this tower or else. And I take it down at the last second. So now we're down to this. The one thing that most people don't know is you can watch, I don't know if I do it here or not, I do. I drop the balloon, the baby dragon pushes the balloon to its speed. You know, how you can usually get something on the ground to push like that. This was an air speed up. It was very nice, very easy. It's just, I've seen it multiple times from certain people playing the game. I was like, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it, and I did. It wasn't there was no problem for that. It was just a lot of preparation. It was very hard to figure out where to lay down the, and here's where we win, to lay down the baby dragon and the balloon in the right place. I found out that if you put it in the very back right or back left corner, and then you put the baby dragon in the back left or right corner, and then put the balloon next to the bush at the river, at least that space, it'll line up perfectly, and you'll see here. Even though, I think, yeah. And then I'll throw down the balloon and then push, and it just speeds it up. And you can see how it loses its speed and everything. And then this is just, he didn't have anything to answer, and boom, there's tower number 1 already. We're not even a minute in. Tower 1, I've taken it. It's, the baby dragon balloon is just amazing in this, because you don't have to worry about a lot of the really good air defenses. And then, but you also have to worry about, you know, people running the minion horde instead of the minions, which, see, I decided to try it again, but there wasn't a whole lot of stuff to use for the air defense. Yes, everything had a defense to it, but it just wasn't anything that I had to really worry about in these first few matches. I'm trying to think of what I do. Yeah, this is where I see my first minion horde right here. They just chew me down. I'm hovering over the arrows, like, do I need it? Do I need it? Do I need it? I didn't need it, so I just waited and waited. That was a wasted fireball. If he would have done on the right side, it would have been so much more work. But he didn't do that, and now I get so much damage on the tower because of that. It was, I don't know why. My placement of putting things in certain places is, see how my musketeer was not close enough to my tower to be splashed attacked, so it was very, very good. And now I'm up 2 towers. I get a very good... I see a lot of goblin barrels in this, which I can understand why. They're very good, especially after coming from... see, I misplaced my musketeer there, where the goblin, or the baby dragon got splash damage on it. Now I'm just like, I'll give up that tower if he lets me take his king tower. I gave up the tower. If he would have done nothing, I would have had that king tower before he had my tower, before my king tower. So I would have 3-1'd him, but instead we 2-1'd. Third match. This is where I think this is the first hog cycle deck. Look at my notes. I'm pretty sure this is the first hog cycle deck that, or the trifecta deck, not the hog cycle, the trifecta deck that people used to use all the time. It might not be. This might be a different deck, but my notes don't tell me a whole lot. So, no, it doesn't look like it's the hog trifecta, but this is another goblin barrel deck. That's what this one is. I remember playing against this deck now, because it's not really a spawner, but it's a very heavy goblin deck that is very annoying. And I couldn't do anything. Nothing. He took my tower. That's just how he did it. I had no answer. He has a very well-rounded deck that I just couldn't do anything. So there goes that. I shouldn't have pushed right there, but now I decided to change my focus, which was very stupid of me. I should have put the tombstone on the other side, but it works out there, got that, but now I have nothing on that right side to stop everything that's coming. So I just start dropping as much stuff as I can just to stop him, down to less than 600. And now here it comes. He just do one thing after another to just dwindle me down, because I don't have the ability to stop him, or to push by all of his stuff as easily as he's able to push by my stuff. So I throw out just my normal push. I'm holding on to that defense as best as I can. This is where he starts getting more push going. He's got a very nice push going now. But, it's the mirror that really did it for me in this. Is because I didn't have a whole lot of answer to 2 goblin barrels. I had to use the skeleton army for one, and then I had to use the arrows for the other. So I tried my hardest to hold on to those for as long as possible. And I'm keeping it in my head, I'm counting all the cards he's dropping, because then I'm like, okay, he now has it. I expected him to throw it right there, and that's why I screwed up. I'm good once, and then he's gonna throw the second goblin barrel right there, and unfortunately I don't have enough stuff, and the one on the right stabs it once, gets the damage down. It was just there's nothing I could have done. And then we go on to the next one. Allow me to explain this deck that he's using. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it worked. And it worked very well. I don't like to run. I know, yes, it's a trifecta deck. I get that. I myself do not like to run double spells. And it caught me for a loop when he did throw down double spells. Because he was running Fireball and Zap, which, it's not a bad thing. I can't do it. For some reason, it just doesn't. I used to run them and I can't do it anymore because I'm not that good at it anymore. But he's got the Zap down, and once again I have to start counting cards where I haven't seen. There's this wizard that I don't think I'd seen yet, and I hadn't seen the barbarians yet, and he throws me right up the hoopa with those barbarians. I could not imagine trying to do that again. But as of right now, we are up in tower damage, and I was like, okay, we're halfway done. Double Elixir's about to hit. I can throw down as much stuff as I can very soon. So I'm sitting there waiting and waiting. And I didn't want to drop anything preemptively. But at the same time, I didn't want him to just completely take me out. And that hog just put me right through my range. I couldn't do anything about it. But that was only, I mean, he only has one tower. We're just now entering double elixir. So let's see what we can do. We come up, and we're just trying to drop stuff for defense right now. And now we have a bunch of stuff coming. That wizard was exactly what he needed. Okay, we got him down. We've almost got everything. Here comes the zap. Boom, he nailed me. 99 damage left. Or is it 98? 98 or 99. Less than 100 damage. I'm like, this is where I made my mistake. I needed to cycle my arrows. 1 health. 1 health. What was, what, why? I look back now and I realize what I did wrong. It was just like, why? Alright, we are now 2-2 in this challenge. It's not looking good for us. We are not doing good. Right off the bat, another giant deck. I don't like giant decks. They're too tanky. Let me phrase that. I don't like going against giant decks. I love using giant decks. But here we go. Giant wizard. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Giant wizard with a balloon. What? Alright, here we go. We're just moving on. Trying to stop everything I can. Trying to hold him back. He missed that freeze. It surprised me. So right now He has put me through my paces. He already has my king tower down to a 3rd health. I have touched neither one of his other towers. He is just running me over at this point. And there's another wizard. I didn't need to arrow there. I didn't need to. I just, for some reason, preemptively just arrowed, not thinking. So here we go. I dropped my baby dragon just inside where the baby dragon wouldn't be stopped. And then here comes my push. I have to do something. I have to keep thinking. I'm thinking ahead. What am I doing next? What am I doing next? The knight threw me for another loot because he now has 2 tanks that I did not expect. I mean, 1 tank is fine. My deck has the baby dragon as a tank. But to see the knight was kind of confusing. I decided I'm just gonna push. I'm just gonna push. And that's what I did, and it worked kinda okay. I got a little damage, and I'm down below 800 at this point. It's not looking good. I'm trying my best. I drop a dragon in the front to team up with my musketeer. Everything's focused on that knight, and then trying to focus down the giant. So 10 seconds left. We're going into overtime. Not looking good. I'm already frazzled because the last 2 matches I lost. And now we're here with less than 800 health. It's just, I am on my toes. Trying to, just in my head, just trying to remember how to play this game. He dropped the cannon. Cannon didn't make it. I have all this stuff. Musketeer locked onto the tower. We're up to 3 wins now. 3 wins now. And that one went into not a whole lot of overtime, but overtime. Here's the only deck I went up against that they actually, I didn't look to see if they had it later on, but this is the only one that used a pump. I was super confused about the pump. Because at this point, I hadn't went up against one, so I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I freaked out at the beginning. I shouldn't have freaked out, but I did. And I just wasn't thinking properly. But here we are. He's got a pump. There's the knight. The knight, which I assume, the knight. This is what I assume is his tank, which it does end up being his tank. He's got double pumps down. I have nothing to burst down a pump, so I'm not carrying a fireball. I have to just be lucky for what I got. The musketeer locked onto the tower, got a few hits off. He hasn't shown his hog rider yet, and I don't think he's shown his barrel. But here's where it gets really bad. He gets, I think, 2, maybe, no, not yet, not yet. He's gonna start pumping aggressively soon. So, I'm not prepared. We're sitting here, we're both resetting. He's got he always has an elixir lead on me. Always, because of the fact that he always has 1 or 2 pumps, or, in this case, spoiler alert, 3 at one time. I can't always be there to do something. But now there's that. 5 health left. I know all I need is an arrow. I know that's all I need. So all I'm doing is trying to guard, block, stop him, do everything I can. Alright, he's slowly dwindling us down with those goblin barrels. It's like I never see anything but goblin barrels. My balloon gets through. Ba-bam! Hog Rider. And a Goblin Barrel. Wasn't ready. He zapped. He got the tower. I misplayed that. I should have arrowed with the tombstone, but I didn't. It was my own fault. I'm already starting on the other side. I know I have to get going. I have to make the first move, because if I don't, I'm going to lose. I pre-arrowed there thinking he was going to drop something else. He didn't. I made the mistake. Gotta drop as much stuff as possible again. There's the zap to slow things down. Same thing. It's working. He's dwindling us down just as fast as we're dwindling him down. It's not a good thing. You got 2 minutes, 30 seconds overtime left. That comes into play, kind of. I'm just saying it's gonna go a little distance in this one. There's the push again. He put it far enough away that it wasn't going to get touched. So there I am, just chipping down everything. This is where I start preemptively putting stuff down, just thinking, alright, if I can just get him. It worked great there. I put down the balloon. There's his answer right there. Bad thing is, I didn't get nearly enough damage on that Inferno Tower. So I'm sitting back. I'm like, alright, I gotta play smart. Just wait, just wait, just wait. Playing my baby dragon in the very back. He already has the Inferno Tower back. I know what he's going for. There's that. Dropped. Don't know why. Dropped the fireball on nothing, I guess? It's a strategy? He's pumping stuff. Like, non-stop pumping. This is where I notice I'm not making the same mistake twice. I'm going to goblin, or I'm going to arrow down the tower. Like, that's all there is. I'm not looking at where I'm dropping stuff. I'm not looking at anything other than just cycles. There's the arrows. We're up to 4 wings. I believe that's 4. I believe that is 4. With a name that I cannot understand. By Dream! Alright. Here's match number 7. All this took place all in a row. It was just right about 30 minutes, 35 minutes to play all these matches. We're, as you can see, the video's getting shorter, so you only know. This is another minion horde. I'm so surprised that the minion horde has made so many appearances for how much it costs compared to how much damage it can do. I was planning on switching out my minions for the minion horde, but I chose against it just for the fact that I wanted to keep a very cheap deck. I think this is a 3-4 deck, 3-4, 3-2, something like that. So he outplayed me, kind of. But if it hadn't been for that fireball, I absolutely would have outplayed him. So he takes the fireball, nails it, got me, got him. And now we're waiting. I want to see what he's going to do. Because at this point I'm sitting there going, we're just not doing enough damage to each other. It's going to be a long match. So I was like, alright, I gotta take my push. I gotta go with it and hope that he doesn't have anything. But I knew he had something. And there's the fucking tower. The bomb tower. We haven't seen a whole lot of bomb towers, which, you know, surprised me. Because it's a very good tower. Especially, you know, back in the day. When you didn't have, like, the spells like the log and stuff like that really mattered. I don't understand why he didn't freeze there. If he would have frozen, he would have taken that tower. So it was a questionable choice on his end, but he should have froze. He would have had the tower. It would have been perfect for him. But instead, he's just trying to brute force everything. Once again, he should have. He's got that freeze. We haven't seen many freezes from him, so it really throws you through the loops when he doesn't use it. And we are going to take this tower. 3 seconds left. Can't do anything. I just dropped things to make sure that there's nothing that's doing to surprise. But guys, we're at 5 wins, 2 losses. This is the match that makes it. It is. I mean, we had no other way to make a choice. As you can see already, we see another card that we don't see any other. Sorry, a couple cards we don't see anywhere else, and that is the giant skeleton and the mini P.E.K.K.A. We haven't seen either of them the whole entire time. Here comes the zap. Stop the. And there's the Inferno Tower. The one thing I can, at this point, I'm just really annoyed at the Inferno Tower. It's a very good tower, I get it. It's just, I'm just very annoyed about it always being in there. It's like everybody has that deck. He's trying to BM and I'm just like, haha, don't care. And this is the first time I'm really feeling the pressure, because I've never gotten to a final win situation where it's, you win this, you win the challenge, you lose this, you lose the challenge. Never been in that situation before. I think the highest I've ever gotten is 9 wins on a regular challenge before, and it was just like, ah. So I never really had the stress of, if you get here, you win. So I'm trying to figure out, how am I going to go about this? That balloon was only to distract the wizard. I had to distract the wizard to get to, make sure my tower wasn't taken. Yes, he has a lead on us, I get that. I'm just making sure that he was not going to win off that push. And then he brings out the mini P.E.K.K.A. again. I have the double answer for it. I have a positive elixir trade. And I have even more positive elixir trade because he has to spend something, and then Jesus Skeleton just walks across the water and doesn't care. So here we go. 1 minute left, double elixir. 6 wins or bust at this point. Here we go. I got my push. The first actual time. Guess what? Inferno Tower. Guess what? You put it too far to the right. I'm going to make it to the tower with most of my stuff. Look at that. 10. And I whiff. I whiffed it. And I was like, no, no, no. Cycle, cycle, cycle. This is what I'm doing. I am just cycling at this point. Because I knew, as soon as I threw those arrows, I cringed when I found out that I didn't hit the tower. With 10 health left, I missed it. Here we go. 17 seconds, 16 seconds, 15 seconds. I'm just, in my head, I'm just going crazy, going, oh no. I did not expect this, but first time playing, first time getting 5 wins, 2 losses, that's a victory. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching again. I am Spudwick, aka Jesse, this is Clash Royale. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.